In the small town of Ravens Hollow, a circus arrived one gloomy October night. The townsfolk had mixed feelings about it, as circuses were a rarity in their quiet community. The circus boasted colorful tents and whimsical music that echoed through the chilly air, but something about it seemed off. As the townspeople gathered under the big top, they marveled at the peculiar attractions. Acrobats twisted through the air, fire dancers mesmerized the audience, and a fortune teller predicted eerie futures. However, the star of the show was the clown, a figure named Grizzlewig. Grizzlewig wore a faded, tattered costume that seemed to absorb the light around him. His face was painted with an exaggerated smile, but his eyes held a sinister glint. Children laughed nervously as he performed tricks, but adults exchanged uneasy glances. As the night progressed, strange occurrences unfolded. The laughter of the children turned into whispers of fear. Some claimed to have seen Grizzlewig in places he couldn't possibly be, like the shadows of their homes or outside their bedroom windows. Rumors spread that the circus had a dark history, with tales of disappearing towns and unsettling events following its trail. Whispers of a cursed clown who brought misfortune to any town he visited lingered in the air. As the moon reached its zenith, a thick fog enveloped Ravens Hollow. The once lively circus grounds now felt like a haunted realm. The townspeople, gripped by an unsettling dread, sought refuge in their homes, locking doors and shutting windows. In the dead of night, a lone child named Timmy couldn't resist the allure of the mysterious circus. Unable to shake the curiosity that gnawed at him, he crept through the fog-covered streets, drawn to the big top like a moth to a flame. Upon entering the deserted circus grounds, Timmy's eyes widened in horror. Grizzlewig stood in the center of the big top, his painted grin stretching even wider. The circus attractions, once vibrant and enchanting, now appeared distorted and nightmarish. The fog thickened, making it difficult for Timmy to find his way back. Grizzlewig's laughter echoed, growing louder with each step. Shadows danced around him, contorting into grotesque shapes. Timmy stumbled and fell, the ground feeling like quicksand beneath him. Just as Grizzlewig reached out to claim him, a distant church bell rang, breaking the cursed spell. The fog lifted, and the circus disappeared as if it had never been there. Timmy found himself alone on the deserted streets, heart pounding in his chest. From that night on, Ravens Hollow was never the same. The circus vanished without a trace, leaving behind a town haunted by the memory of Grizzlewig's malevolent laughter. The townsfolk avoided speaking of that fateful night, but in hushed tones, they whispered warnings about the cursed clown who brought darkness wherever he went. In the forgotten town of Wraithridge, where the autumn winds whispered through the barren trees, a mysterious circus materialized on the outskirts one eerie evening. The townspeople, a tight-knit community that seldom saw excitement, regarded the sudden appearance of the extravagant tents with a mixture of curiosity and trepidation. The circus, known as Cirque de l'Étrange, beckoned residents with its bewitching melodies and promises of otherworldly wonders. The ringmaster, a tall and enigmatic figure named Leopold Noir, invited the townsfolk to witness a spectacle that promised to defy reality itself. Underneath the blood-red glow of the setting sun, the townspeople gathered at the entrance, their faces reflecting a spectrum of emotions. The circus's attractions were unlike anything they had ever seen, from contortionists who twisted their bodies into grotesque shapes to illusionists who made time appear to dance in reverse. Yet, the true star of Cirque de l'Étrange was a clown named Jocelyn Mallier. With a face painted in hues of despair and adorned in a costume reminiscent of a bygone era, Jocelyn exuded an aura of melancholic charm that simultaneously captivated and unsettled the audience. As the night unfolded, whispers began to circulate among the townspeople. Strange occurrences accompanied the circus wherever it went: crops withering, livestock falling mysteriously ill, and nightmares plaguing the sleep of those who attended the show. One by one, the residents of Wraithridge found themselves drawn deeper into the enchanting yet sinister world of Cirque de l'Étrange. Despite the growing unease, a morbid curiosity gripped the townsfolk, compelling them to return night after night. Among the crowd was a young woman named Isabella, whose fascination with the enigmatic circus bordered on obsession. Night after night, she sat in the front row, entranced by Jocelyn Malheure's melancholic performance. The once vibrant town square became a desolate gathering place, with an air of foreboding that hung thick in the chilly autumn air. One fateful evening, as Isabella left the circus grounds, she noticed a tattered piece of parchment caught in the branches of a skeletal tree. Unfurling the crinkled paper, she discovered a handwritten note. "Beware, for the laughter that echoes in the shadows conceals a pact that seals the fate of those who linger too long. The circus, a phantom of forgotten tales, bears the weight of a curse that devours the very essence of the towns it touches." Determined to unravel the mystery, Isabella delved into the town's archives, unearthing stories of a cursed circus that had wandered through generations, leaving behind a trail of despair. Legend spoke of a clown, a harbinger of misfortune, who bound the circus to the shadows. As Isabella delved deeper into the forbidden history, she uncovered a chilling truth. The cursed clown, Jocelyn Malheur, sought something beyond the transient applause of the townspeople. A pact made in desperation centuries ago bound him to the circus, forever condemned to wander the night in search of a soul willing to take his place. Driven by a mix of fear and compassion, Isabella embarked on a quest to break the curse that ensnared Jocelyn and the forsaken town of Wraithridge. She sought out ancient rituals, consulted with mysterious fortune-tellers, and deciphered cryptic symbols hidden in the circus's ephemeral decorations. The town's desperation grew as Cirque de l'Étrange continued its nightly performances, draining the life force from Wraithridge. Shadows deepened, and the once thriving community withered like the autumn leaves that crunched beneath Isabella's determined footsteps. In a climactic confrontation beneath the blood-red moon, Isabella faced Jocelyn Malheur and the malevolent forces that bound him to the cursed circus. Through a combination of courage, ancient knowledge, and the strength of her will, Isabella shattered the curse that had plagued Wraithridge for centuries. As dawn broke, the circus tents dissolved into mist, leaving behind a town on the brink of renewal. The haunted whispers of Cirque de l'Étrange faded, and the autumn winds carried away the remnants of the malevolent enchantment. Wraithridge, once shrouded in darkness, emerged into the light, its residents liberated from the grip of the cursed circus. Isabella, hailed as a savior, watched as the town blossomed anew, and the memory of Cirque de l'Étrange became a distant nightmare. But legends have a way of lingering. On misty nights, some swear they can still hear the faint strains of haunting melodies carried by the wind, a reminder of the enigmatic circus that once touched the town of Wraithridge and the brave soul who dared to defy its curse. In the quaint village of Eldermere, nestled between mist-covered hills and ancient forests, life unfolded in a predictable rhythm. The arrival of the traveling circus, the spectral carnival, brought an unexpected disturbance to the tranquil existence of the villagers. The circus's arrival was shrouded in secrecy, its tents rising like spectral apparitions overnight. Eldermere's inhabitants, initially intrigued by the mysterious carnival, soon found themselves caught in a web of unsettling events. The air crackled with an eerie energy as the townsfolk gathered beneath the towering big top. The ringmaster, a figure cloaked in shadows named Mr. Obsidian, beckoned them into a world beyond their imagination. Among the performers, a clown named Pierrot emerged as the star attraction. With a face painted in monochrome hues and an outfit adorned with ethereal patterns, Pierrot danced on the fine line between enchantment and unease. His performances, a surreal blend of laughter and melancholy, left an indelible mark on the collective psyche of Eldermere. As the nights unfolded, the circus's influence seeped into the fabric of the village. Eldermere, once a haven of warmth and camaraderie, became a place haunted by spectral whispers and shifting shadows. The townsfolk spoke in hushed tones, sharing tales of nightmares that mirrored the surreal performances under the big top. Rumors began to circulate about a curse that trailed in the wake of the spectral carnival. Eldermere's crops withered, and the once lush forests became twisted realms of gnarled trees and ghostly apparitions. Villagers reported seeing Pierrot's ghostly visage in the periphery of their vision, a harbinger of impending doom. Amidst the growing unease, a young artist named Celeste found herself drawn to the enigmatic charm of the spectral carnival. Pierrot's performances, though unsettling, ignited a creative fire within her. Night after night, she sketched the haunting beauty of the circus, capturing the essence of a world between dreams and nightmares. Celeste's fascination with the spectral carnival led her to uncover a hidden chamber beneath the big top, a place where forgotten relics and ancient symbols whispered of a pact made in the shadows. The circus, it seemed, was bound by an otherworldly contract, and those who ventured too close risked entwining their fates with its spectral threads. As Celeste delved into the secrets of the circus, she discovered a tragic history. Long ago, a desperate performer struck a deal with otherworldly entities to breathe life into a fading carnival. The cost of this pact was a perpetual cycle of enchantment and despair, with Pierrot serving as the vessel for the carnival's eternal existence. Determined to break the curse, Celeste sought the guidance of Eldermere's wise elder, a keeper of ancient knowledge. Together, they embarked on a journey to uncover the ritual that could sever the spectral ties binding the village and the cursed carnival. As the moon hung low in the night sky, Celeste and the elder confronted Mr. Obsidian and Pierrot beneath the big top. The air crackled with magic as ancient incantations intertwined with desperate pleas for redemption. Shadows danced around them, and the very fabric of reality seemed to warp. In a climactic moment, the pact that held the spectral carnival captive shattered like fragile glass. The otherworldly entities released their grip on Eldermere, and the haunting melodies that had echoed through the village faded into the wind. The next morning, Eldermere awoke to a world transformed. The cursed carnival had vanished, leaving behind a village on the cusp of renewal. Crops flourished, and the forests reclaimed their natural beauty. Celeste, now a symbol of hope and resilience, continued to paint the vibrant tapestry of Eldermere's newfound joy. Yet, legends persisted. On foggy nights, some claimed to hear the distant strains of ghostly laughter, a reminder of the ethereal carnival that had once touched the village of Eldermere and the courageous soul who dared to break its spectral curse.